Oh, good morning. How are you? I have no real specific topics to talk about today. I've been very busy trying to get some things done. I had a very bad health scare yesterday. I got really dizzy when I was outside, and actually, my dog Lucy actually came and helped me get home. If she hadn't done that, I probably would have had to be embarrassed while I waited for the fire department or something to come get me. But that's, it's where I live and what I deal with. But Trump is now officially elected president. The inauguration is more symbolic than it is anything else because he doesn't believe in the oath of presidency. So, he's not going to, that's not a big deal. That's just a big show. I think we're in trouble, And if I'm an American and I'm planning my vacation for next year, I'd be very careful because I don't think we're going to be liked everywhere anymore. I'm not sure you walk into Canada and you're, welcoming. You're going to be overly welcomed in a bar or something in Canada. I think Trump is ruining the image of America and Americans. He is a self-centered, egotistical, poor man. And everybody's jumping up and down right now saying, poor man, he's a billionaire. I read a lot of articles. He is a billionaire in paper only. He has not got pocket money. That's why he's hawking wristwatches, guitars, and all this other garbage on the internet. He doesn't have pocket money. Take his hotel in New York. It's got something like 3 mortgages on it. And that's not the only property that he has problems with. He's got a series of problems everywhere, including Mar-a-Lago. He's financially broke. People let him slide because he's this powerful politician and he's now president of the United States. And I'm not sure how that works out, whether the debts are put off until after he gets out of office, because I know he has to turn his businesses over to somebody else besides himself. Not that he runs them anyhow. That's how he walks away unscathed every time one of them goes belly up. Now, if that's his sons that are running the businesses, then they're the horrible people. They're horrible business people. But he's got problems, financial problems, not the kind that you or I would have, because he's got people fronting for him. He's one of these. He's like the banks during the bank collapse. HSBC, Chase. They were considered too big to fail, and that's pretty much the way he is. He's too big to go. He's just so much in debt and everything else that he going after him for his finances would actually cause economic harm to the country. Minor problem, hopefully just minor, but it would. But it would hurt a lot of people. That's why they don't want to go after him. He's trying real hard now to get the boys together so that he can put his agenda through right away. And the problem that you have with all of this going on is you have people that are incapable of doing the jobs that they're being nominated for. You're going to see people try to take advantage of that. Okay? Scam artists, which he should know about. Military powers in the world, because we're not going to be prepared to defend ourselves. The Sinaloa cartel, the Medellin cartel, the Cali cartel, all of these Latin American, we used to call mafia or cartels, are salivating over the prospect of Trump's FBI director. Oh, we're going to come down there and destroy you guys. You come down here, they're going to come up here. They disappear in the Rocky Mountains or something. You're just stupid. The only way to get you, and it's this one cartel person said, that knows something more about it than I do, said, all you do when you take out the cartel leaders is create chaos, a slight bit of chaos in succession. They're not going away unless you kill every single member and wipe out every cocaine plant within 10,000 miles. It's not going to happen. Okay? Where I live represents 70% of the cocaine going in the United States. Or to Mexico, wherever it is, goes first. You know, it's the raw product. It's the paste that eventually makes it into cocaine. All right, the paste is easy to transport. It's a lot easier. You get more money for that. It's more concentrated. It's according to everything I've read, that's what. When Escobar was in the head of it, he used to go down to Peru and get the paste and bring it up and refine it. And that's basically what Colombia is. It's a refinement station. They refine it and then they ship it out to other countries. Now, they're not stopping it going into Mexico, okay, or Nicaragua, or to Panama, or to Cuba, or anywhere else. The only thing that the U.S. government concentrates on is stopping it from getting in the United States. And that's a lot easier said than done. Stopping the cartels is a lot easier said than done. I mean, remember they had underground railroads going under the border. You know, this is not. They got submarines. It's just not going to be that easy. Now the American government turns around and says they don't have these trained troops down there. We trained them. You dumbass. They went into the military. There was a big thing. The gangs in California were doing that. They were sending kids to join the army so they could become trained in military tactics, and then coming back. Some of them actually stayed in the army. They enjoyed it. They wanted to become citizens. They got away out of the gang rules. Some of them decided they wanted to stay in the gang, and they came back and they trained other people. Are they as excellent as the Delta Force units? Probably not. But we don't know what the Delta Force units are going to do when they're sent into Mexico. You know, we can tell them what to do. We think they'll obey the orders, but there's no guarantee on anything. You know Escobar's plan, don't you? They show it in the film about his life. He sat on the edge of a truck that got stopped by the police, and he told the police basically what we've heard that the Mexicans tell the police. You can have the silver or you can have the lead. That's what it translates to. Meaning you can take the payments, the graft and everything, and you can live a nice, well-financed life, or you can be shot dead right here, right now. And these guys don't care. They have no respect for human life. It's different, you know. I mean, you want to send Delta Forces in or SEAL teams down there, they're going to go in as assassins. They're going to go in there to kill people. And it's not going to be like their other operations where they can walk away from it, you know, maybe a couple guys get scratched up. They're going to lose people. And when you're not used to losing people that the guy next to you getting shot, getting his head blown off, or his legs blown off, or something else, then that's a whole different war, you know. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. But Donald's got a lot of ambition, and I don't know exactly what he wants in life. But he doesn't want a better He doesn't want a better U.S. He just wants to be. He wants to be a kingmaker. He wants all the rich people in the country to come to him and give him money, so he'll do them favors. And he feels, you know, I don't know why he's worried about it, because I don't think he's going. I've been told that his health isn't that great. I don't know whether it's true, because you don't really get an honest doctor. He pays for the doctors to write it up, you know. So you don't know if he's healthy or if he's unhealthy. I think he's he's got mental issues. I think his narcissism is his egotistic narcissism and whatnot, and his sociopathic behavior is far greater than people believe. I think he's easily influenced, especially if you've got money. That's why Musk is standing there. Musk knows nothing. Musk might be a good businessman, but he's not a good politician. He's not a good potential leader of anything, and he's getting himself involved in foreign policy because he disagrees. Because I think Musk is basically a closet Nazi myself. I think he's just really looking for that kind of government to take place in the world, and he wants a world government like that. And then he'll come along and he, like I said before, I don't believe that Elon Musk wants to be president of the United States or any kind of world leader. I think he's got a plan that either he becomes Emperor of Earth or Emperor of Mars, where he controls everything that's going on. And he's not that big a genius that he can do that, Am I making an enemy of some people? I guess I am. But I'm at an age where I don't care. Not everybody in my family agrees with me with what I say. Most people would wish I shut up. My friends, a lot of my friends don't agree because my friends have money. I don't. I've had money. I see what it does to people. I know what it can do for people, and I know what it does to people. So, does Musk give money to charity? Yes. But some of those charities he manages. They're his charities that he gives money to in some cases. So you sit around and you say, what the hell is going on here? Is this the real deal? Are we gonna, is he really gonna do something? I don't know. But Musk is a bad influence on the world, and he's in a position that I don't think any individual should ever be in, because he has so much money he doesn't know what to do with it. He lets other people tell him. Alright, moving right along now. Like I said, Trump's got a meeting going on in Mar-a-Lago right now with all the Republicans because he's not sure every one of them is going to vote the way he wants to. And it's going to come down to this, alright? Musk is going to buy votes, either for or against Trump. That's just the way it's going to happen. We all know it. It doesn't take a lot to buy a vote. Everybody says it takes millions of dollars to buy a vote. No, it doesn't. You find somebody that needs $100,000 or $200,000 and you give it to them. $100,000 to a 70-year-old, like to me. I'm 70, going to be 79 in 8 days, or 8 days, 9 days. And if you sit around and you give me $100,000, tax-free. Okay, that's like getting $150,000 or something like that. But if it's tax-free, and I can do whatever I want with it, I'm going to live the rest of my life, and I'm going to live well the rest of my life. Now, in America, it might take a little bit more, depending on how much he's starting out with. But if he's got insurance policies and whatnot for his family, and it's not that $100,000's great. He can go play golf the rest of his life. How long do you think a lot of us are going to live? I'm walking around with an aneurysm in my chest. I've had it for, I'm going to say around 40 years. It's an aortic aneurysm. It was accompanied by another disease which prevented them operating at the time, and then they don't even want to talk to me about it anymore. They just say, yeah, it's going to kill you someday. Okay, that's nice to know. Just about anything on this planet's going to kill me someday at my age, so, But I got everything set up for my family, so I'm not worried about it. My family's going to be okay. So I don't have to sit around and worry about that stuff, which is also a cause of early death. But, like I said, you don't need $1 billion to buy a government or to buy a decision in your favor in a court. Okay? Courts, depending on what you're being tried for and everything like that, $20,000, $30,000 gets you a juror. You give him 20 to get the decision, then a year later you kill him. Whatever. I know I'm cynical when I talk like a mafia man. I read more mysteries than anybody I know, you know, and I've written 6 of them, so not very good ones. The stories are good. It's just nobody likes the way I write. And I don't have time to go through all that bullshit. Nor do I have the money. Nor right now do I have the desire. I enjoy doing what I'm doing right now, and I don't know how long that's going to last. You know, my enjoyment of being able to do what I'm doing right now. Anyhow, here we go. You know what I'm going to say now. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Gotta, you know, do both. I like likes, I like subscriptions. I've got 8, which I picked up just recently, most of which I just picked up recently. Also, so, you know, I'm happy about that. That means somebody's actually looking at these things. And like I say, it doesn't cost anything. What's the big deal, you know? It doesn't cost anything. And in most cases, you don't get, if you don't want email notices you don't get email notices when I put something up, so you can just come back and look at it whenever you want, you know. All right, that's it for me, folks. Just go hit that button, you know, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.